Today we're going to be putting together the frame of R1. I've got some of the different sub-assemblies that we've been putting together in previous videos. I've got the XY gantry right here and also the Z motor drives. And so today we're going to be bolting all of these together along with the aluminum extrusion frame, and we'll kind of finally start to see what this printer is going to look like. So let me quickly show you what the frame looks like in CAD. The frame is constructed entirely from 2020 extrusions, and there's a couple of these rounded profiles that run along each of the four corners. And then the XY gantry that was built up on the aluminum tooling plate basically just sits right on top. So I've actually already pre-cut all of the aluminum extrusions, and I used a manual mill to square up all the ends. I've already done all the drilling and tapping, and I've also installed some of the critical T-nuts for the main structure. So we can start by assembling the frame loosely, and then I'm going to take it down to the shop and tighten everything up using the service plate down there to make sure everything is super square, and then we can bring it up here. I've pre-installed these M5 button head cap screws, and so basically we can just slide the pieces together for now. Now the vertical sections come in like this. So before we go down to the shop, there's a couple more things we need to add to the frame. In particular, I've machined these custom brackets, which are necessary for setting the proper spacing between the top of the gantry and these lower beams. So for now, I'm just going to screw all four of these onto the frame, and then we'll use those for alignment down the shop. Alright, there we are. So let's take this down to the shop and we'll tighten everything together. So I just came back from the shop and I've got the frame all screwed together and squared up at this point. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the Z-axis motor drivers into the frame. And for the front two supports, there's actually two additional brackets that I've made that interface here. So now we can go ahead and actually get these two things integrated. So with the gantry on the bottom, I'm going to take the frame, flip it over, and then very carefully begin to align the bearings. There we go. So now the gantry is on top of the frame, and to hold down, we've got some screws that go in through the motor plates and thread into the vertical aluminum extrusions. There's also some additional support screws that we can get to up in these corners. And now we can also go in and tension the belts. So that is the assembly of the frame, the XY gantry, and also the Z motor mounts. The next things to do will be to install the whole bed system and the tool head, and then we can also get to work on installing the outer shells and all the decorative elements. So stay tuned for that, and have a good night.